Hello again, Taurus, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. So before we begin, I have two cards here for you, and I really like what you pulled here. It kind of reminds me of like going out and having a good time and watching the world in front of you change into something so much better. So from Lay Vampire, you pulled Primal, connecting deep within, sacred dance and instinct. And I really like this for Taurus. I think it's fantastic. This card is speaking about expressing yourself through dance and tapping into that primal part of your soul, that untamed part of you that likes to enjoy life. I love it. And then on top of that, with perception. Now, with perception, this card basically says that when we go on our journey, it brings us full circle. But it allows us to see why things happen in the way that they unfold. And this is also about going through a transformation in your heart and changing the perception that is around you. And this is also about the promise of a richer experience. So it's like what you're seeing in front of you right now is going to start to change. Where things may have seemed really drab and blah, it's going to start to get so much better for you. And then, yeah, I would be wanting to tap into that primal nature as well. Okay, Taurus, here we go. Here is the energy coming through. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yes. Oh, can I have that sip of wine now? The Empress, that is so beautiful to see as your signifier. Oh, my shit. So the Empress is manifestation. Seeing her is like, yes, it means that you are going to, and it's so perfect for Taurus. I love it. You're going to be able to enjoy the things that are manifesting in front of you. And again, with perception, yes, yes. Your experience is going to change and it's going to be so much better than what it was before. Oh my goodness. So the Empress, again, this is where manifestation starts to happen. When you look at the journey in the majors, you go into the Fool, which is the clean soul. And then you go into the Magician. He is pulling from the divine source, wanting to create something. The High Priestess is where all the possibilities lie and all the unknown. And then the Empress is manifestation. Fertility, abundance, indulgence, love. It's such a beautiful card. And this is your signifier. Is just, it's so fantastic. I love it. Oh, so in the past. So once again, it's really good to see her as the signifier, and I hope to God that that stays in the past. So the Five of Swords, that to me, as most of you know, is the bullshit card. This is bullshit conflict, and it's mental at that. You know, this is a no-win situation. It's why are you even arguing in the first place? Now, you know, this could be somebody else creating this for you, or it's you doing it to yourself. Either way, with it being the past, you know, I can understand why out of that things start to change for you and you start to see more beauty in your life. But it's showing that, you know, it's like this acknowledgement that there was some bullshit going on. And now it's carrying through here. Oh, shit. And in the present, oh, the threes. The threes are all about manifestation. I love the number 3. I love seeing the threes. They're beautiful. The Three of Wands. This is the travel card. This is watching that proverbial ship come in. The difference between the two here is where the Empress is like indulgence and abundance and enjoying that manifestation. The Three of Wands is like the passion and the action that you took to start to see these things manifest for you. It's beautiful, Taurus. That is absolutely fantastic. And again, to see that, it's telling me that, you know, you put in some work here. And it has to do with your passions. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's time for some wine. Yes. The Emperor and the Empress. Oh, boy. I've only ever seen this one other time. And the positions were reversed. The Emperor. The Emperor is the card of Aries. This is about order, power, and structure. When you follow that journey and you see everything manifested, the Emperor comes in and he says, okay, now we're going to get all this shit organized. This is about getting your house in order and taking control of your situation. Beautiful, Taurus. Oh my goodness. You know, and seeing it is just, it's absolutely fantastic. And, you know, with Taurus being ruled by Venus and Venus and the Empress, and then there's the Emperor, you know, if you're in a relationship, this is one powerful relationship for you, no doubt. No doubt. Oh, the best path to follow. So, oh shit, Taurus. I don't think I can finish this one. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands is, again, a fire sign. He's looked at specifically as Sagittarius, but, you know, this being a general reading, this can be any fire sign, and it could be an Aries. Possible. But as your best path to follow, the King of Wands is telling you to be wise, to be brave, to be adventurous, to seek those new adventures. And with primal and perception, yes, things are starting to change. The way that the world looks for you is starting to change, and it's changing into something so beautiful. And the King of Wands is saying, yes, be on fire, be passionate, and be wise. Go after what it is that you desire, because you certainly deserve it. And with him showing up as the best path to follow, it totally blocks the idea that he had anything to do with the conflict. You know, and I don't know. And I think, you know, again, for some of you, if you're in a relationship with a fire sign, man, this is a really strong union. And for those of you who are single, boy, you've got some fire around you right now, for sure. But this is beautiful to see. I really feel like that 5 is just an acknowledgement as to why primal is showing up. I mean, when you come out of that kind of conflict and beauty starts to happen around you, yeah, you know, that's the time to tap into that primal nature. And again, it's about expressing yourself through dance, going out, having a good time. Beautiful, Taurus. I love this. Oh, your hopes and your fears. And you're not the only one that pulled this in this position. Or, I'm sorry, in your environment. I'm already trying to jump ahead. So now you have both of the 5s and you have the Empress in between there. Now, you know, I feel like maybe the reason why you're feeling like, I love that this is the one that showed up, because if you're feeling like you're losing or you're feeling lost or like you're being left out, perception is saying that no, things are going to start to change. And again, you know, I felt like it needed to be said. This might be something that you're doing to yourself mentally right now. I mean, definitely if there was conflict going on before, you know, and seeing her sitting in between the two is no good. I don't like that. I'm hoping that this one ends up being better. But, you know, seeing that in your environment doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing anything. It's more about the fear of loss than it is actually losing anything. And this is suggesting that what you have, you are not going to lose. No way. But it's good to see the Emperor coming out because, you know, if you have that feeling going on right now, definitely you want to get your shit together. Get your house in order. Take control of your situation, so that this does not continue to manifest, whether it's mental or physical. You don't want that to continue to be in your environment. Not with her sitting in the middle. Oh, shit. Oh, Taurus. So there may be 2 people going on here. Your hopes and your fears. Now, the King of Swords is a hope for you. Is about being fair, being just, being that logical thinker and not allowing emotions to cloud good judgment, being ethical. And I feel like looking at it, you know, I mean, wow, man, you may have a couple people surrounding you right now. I mean, definitely if you're going out and celebrating, with the Empress showing up as you, yes, you're going to be attracting some people. For sure, for sure. The females out there, you go out and you have a good time for Valentine's Day. Oh boy, You're going to attract some people into your life for sure. Because that is the other half of the female energy in tarot. And that's your signifier right now. This is what you're coming in with. So yeah. Now, I don't see the King of Swords so much as a fear. I mean, looking at him above the Five of Pentacles, you know, it could suggest that if you come across an air sign, you know, I almost feel like you may be losing out on something that may be, you know, a little bit more passionate for you. But again, overall, I feel like this is just what you're doing to yourself mentally right now. It's like there was so much conflict going on before. And then having that Five of Pentacles in your environment, it's like, you know, that fear of losing. And now it's like you're tapping into something totally different, totally different. And again, it's fantastic to see the Emperor sitting there because these issues will be corrected. You're going to get control of your situation here because definitely you're doing some powerful manifestation right there. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, the outcome. Now, going back to what I just said. If you girls are going out and you're having a good time, you may have a couple of options pop up for you here. So the Seven of Cups is like, what the hell do I do? This is where you may have some disorganization going on, and seeing the Emperor here is fantastic. Because when you look at your future conditions and the outcome for this here, it's like this is going to be taken care of. Whatever emotional disorganization is going on for you right now, that Emperor is going to put a stop to it. You're going to get control of your situation. But I feel like, man, yeah, I think for some of you, you're going to have some options in front of you as far as people go. You know, and then seeing the Five of Pentacles sitting between these two, you know, I almost feel like you might feel like you're missing out on one or the other here. But overall, Taurus, this is a beautiful reading. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Just, you know, make sure that when you're in this manifestation process and all these beautiful things you're bringing into your life right now, just make sure that your emotions are okay. Because again, with that Seven of Cups, to me, it's like emotional disorganization. You know, and again, with the people around you, there may be a couple of options for you to choose from. It's pretty amazing. You know, and then for those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like this has to do with a fire sign. I do. And I don't feel like this person is responsible for making you feel like you're losing anything. I really feel like this is from the conflict from before. You know, I mean, and even if you are in a relationship, I feel like this might be new, you know, and you may have some lingering feelings from the past, which is why this is showing up. But again, perception is saying that this is going to start to change. Big time, big time. And hell yeah, I would be tapping into that primal nature as well. So yes, you know, and again, this seems to be reoccurring for Taurus. If you guys are going to go out and have a good time, man, again, I feel like, you know, before it was messengers, now it's some people showing up. Yeah, you're going to have some options. But, you know, again, seeing the King of Swords in your hopes and your fears, this is about being ethical, you know. Be careful about your behavior, basically. You know, don't do anything that's going to make you feel bad in the morning, basically. You don't want to do that to yourself. You know, I mean, Taurus loves to enjoy the things in life. They love to enjoy the physical pleasures that the world has to offer. So just be careful about what you do. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. So wow, Taurus, there is definitely a need for you to start focusing on the way that you think and the way that you speak about love, and getting away from the problems that may be going on around you now so that you can have that loving feeling in your life. I love this reading, Taurus, and I really do feel like the world around you is going to start to change in beautiful ways for you. I love this reading. Oh, I love this reading. This is so beautiful, Taurus, and it's perfect for you. I love it. I love it. The fact that you came in with her and then you have the Three of Wands with it is unreal, unreal. You are going to start to see things change in your life in a really big way. The way that the world looks to you is going to change in such beautiful ways. I can't get over it. It's so beautiful. Now, hell yeah, I would be tapping into that primal nature too. But I feel like here, if you guys are going to go out and you're going to have a good time and you're going to tap into that primal part of your soul, you're going to attract some people. And there may be some options for you. And I think that the King of Swords here in your hopes and your fears is telling you that you need to have some ethical behavior. Don't go too wild here. You don't want to do anything that you're going to regret in the morning. Now, on the other hand, it's about thinking clearly. And when you look at that with the Seven of Cups above him, yes, you don't want to let your emotions cloud your judgment here, especially with the Emperor showing up. Because, even though you have that as the outcome, this is good to see because it's saying that no matter what happens there, you're going to get your shit together. You're going to get control of your situation and everything is going to be back to normal in your life and organized and not so up in the air. So that's good to see. But I really feel like this is an acknowledgement here. You've been through some bullshit. And yeah, we know that. We've seen some of the readings that have showed up. So yes, I feel like this is an acknowledgement of what you've been through before, but it also explains why you have this in your environment right now. It's like that conflict is still lingering for you, but I think it's affected you mentally, and now there's this feeling of loss in your environment. But again, it's more about the fear of losing anything than it is actually losing, especially if people in the past have made you feel left out. It's understandable that that's still hanging around, but with what you have going on here, the King of Wands is saying that no, no. We're going to go after our passions. We're going to be wise and we're going to be logical about the things that we're going after here. And you are creating some powerful stuff in your life. Now, on top of all of that, with what you pulled in Whispers of Love, I really feel like, if you guys are wanting to have more love in your life, you really need to look at the way that you think about love, and you need to start speaking that language as well. When you put yourself on that frequency, that is what you will attract back to you. So, I feel like you may have had some difficulties before when it came to love in your life, but I really think that things are going to start to change here. And again, you want to get away from the problems of the past and get your focus back onto that feeling of love.